What's up, wonderful people of Earth? How are you doing today? You see, peace, love, unity, and forgiveness is what we believe in here. You see, and we believe we can spread this message to the whole world by your help through watching these videos till the end. Straight out of Africa with good vibes. Lots of good vibes, man. Thank you very much for clicking. Tell us where you're watching from and leave some comments there. Hit the like button, and if it's your first time here, feel welcomed, loved, and respected. Let's dive in.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Now to the story of a sea monster with 130 razor-sharp teeth, the biting force of a T-Rex, and a skull measuring 2 meters. It might sound like the stuff of legend, but this creature really did exist around 75 million years ago, and it was called pliosaur. And a fossil of its enormous jaws has been now found off Dorset's Jurassic coast. Our science editor, Rebecca Morell, went for an exclusive look. Okay. Oh, wow.
There you go.
It's huge.
That's what she said. Never miss an opportunity to say that's what she said. Okay, keep going.
Wow.
There you go.
It's huge.
Unveiling a Jurassic sea monster. This is the 2-meter-long skull of a pliosaur, one of the most fearsome predators the planet has ever seen.
So it's got big teeth, excellent for stabbing and killing its prey. It doesn't chew its food, it just breaks into bits and digests.
Throws it back to get in
and
there.
digests the bone and everything. Huge
Steve
big
Etches
gill.
led the
Right
efforts
up.
to unearth and prepare this ancient aquatic beast.
So what makes this unique is it's complete. So the lower jaws and the upper skull are meshed together as it would be in life. To find that, I think worldwide, there's hardly any specimens ever found to that level of detail. If they are, a lot of the bits are missing. Whereas this, although it's slightly distorted, it's got every bone present. It's one of the best fossils I've ever worked on. I'll never probably work on another one.
The snout was discovered by a fossil enthusiast on a beach near Kimmeridge Bay in Dorset.
Yeah, this is what it looked like back in the day, or currently. I don't know if this motherfucker's still alive. Listen, we don't know. We don't know what the fuck is in the ocean, yo. With all that being said, I do think that's pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong. That's actually really cool. But all I ask, and maybe there'll be a full consensus in the comments on this one, or maybe not. Half of you motherfuckers is crazy, just want to see the world burn, so I don't know. But all we ask is you don't, just put it in a museum so we can look at it and just be like, wow. Don't do what they're doing with the woolly mammoth with this one. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, scientists are reincarnating the woolly mammoth to return in 4 years. I heard it's coming back next year in 2024, so I don't know. But all I'm saying is just keep this one out of the reincarnation process if you could. Thanks.
Oh, must have been some scary time for the shark.
Okay, so I spent some time in the Akashic Records this morning, and this is what I learned about indigo children and starseeds. So some people say that starseeds and indigo children are the same thing, or all indigos are starseeds, but not all starseeds are indigos. What I was told was that both indigos and starseeds are higher vibrational or light beings that are incarnating at this time to help elevate the frequency of the earth. And there has been more and more of each incarnating here for the last, since the 1970s, so that as the older population kind of dies on the planet, the frequency of the planet is going to keep increasing and increasing and increasing until eventually we have some sort of ascension happen. Starseeds can come from other solar systems or other dimensions. They just might not have as many Earth time lifetimes as indigos. Indigos have more earthly experience. They're coming in as old souls with Earth experience, and they incarnate in specific lineages to help transmute the karma of that lineage. They are the change makers. They are against authority and the power structures that are in place right now. They usually know that they have a mission and they feel called to some sort of purpose, to some higher purpose. And one of the main problems that they encounter is through the forgetting process, they get too bogged down with this role in their current ego structure.
Okay, hold on. That was my bad. That was my bad throw. Ready? Hold on. Okay, ready? Ready?
figure out how many calories are in the food we eat. We burn them, but not in the way you might think. Some food, like this walnut, burns easily because it contains lots of fats, but other foods, like this candy cane, just kind of melt. We use equipment called a bomb calorimeter to determine energy content, a fancy name for something that looks a lot like a metal cylinder submerged in a tank of water. We put a sample of the food inside, pump in some oxygen, and then burn it, and see how warm the water becomes. For every degree that each gram of the water warms up, that equals 1 calorie. Now, I don't have a calorimeter like this to show you, but I do have some molten potassium chlorate, which I think helps visualize the energy in food nicely.
We are about to enter the most powerful manifestation portal, January 11th, the 111 portal, along with the Capricorn new moon on the exact same day. I'm going to be telling you exactly what you need to be doing from now until Thursday, January 11th, in order to better align yourself with your manifestations that you're going to be manifesting. This 111 portal is a very rare and powerful portal that is allowing us to shift our levels of consciousness and quantum jump into a new reality. And this is the time that we are able to manifest the rest of our 2024. Now, we can't do this unless we are in complete alignment with ourselves, with our dreams, with our desires, and we need to be releasing any fears and any limited beliefs that we have of ourselves. You can manifest anything into reality. You are the creator of your own universe. Here's what you need to be doing in order to prep. Number one, you're going to grab a journal and you're going to write down every single thing you want to manifest. Be completely detailed, be precise, and under those things, you are going to write any fear that may pop up in your head about these manifestations. Then you're going to challenge these beliefs and you're going to release these beliefs by participating in a releasing cleansing ritual. Here's what you're going to do. First, you're going to set the ambiance. Light some candles. Black candles are great for this. Then play some high vibrational frequencies, some releasing frequencies. My favorites are 369 hertz. You can find my Spotify playlist in my bio if you want to check that out. Then you're going to grab pieces of paper, something to write with, and on these pieces of paper, you're going to dedicate one piece of paper to one self-limiting belief or one fear. You're going to write down all your limiting beliefs, all your fears on these separate pieces of paper. You're going to fold these pieces of paper away from you. Make sure it is away from you. And then after you fold these away from you 3 times, you are going to rip that piece of paper up and you're going to say this affirmation. Take a screenshot. You are going to feel and you're going to imagine all these limited beliefs and all these fears literally, figuratively, like coming out of your pores, escaping from your body as black smoke. This feels so cleansing. And then afterwards, with the broken pieces of paper, you are going to burn it underneath your candle and then discard it in water. You can flush it down the toilet. This is prepping you and getting you into alignment before you manifest all of your desires on January 11th. And before then, I'll also be sharing my manifestation ritual that you need to be doing on January 11th in order to see your manifestations come into fruition quickly.
Black people, I'm telling you, you better start coming outside. It's waiting for you. What are you waiting for? It will never kill you. Come outside, enjoy the sun.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't know you can cook purpose. Oh my god, that's nice. Oh, how does it taste if there is anyone watching and has eaten some rice?
I've got a secret for you. The 12 signs of Zodiac are 12 particular parts of you. Right, your thoughts, your consciousness that are inside of you. So now there's actually 13. The 13th one is the black dot, aka the black sun, aka the pineal gland. All right, so there's actually 12 seasons. All those 12 seasons are inside of you. So you're all of them. You're not just a Pisces, you're not just the Leo, you're not just the Aquarius, Gemini, you're all of them, right? Because they're all seasons. So each season you master one. You're not meant to just stick with one of them. And that's why astrology is literally misconstrued, because people are literally using it as an instruction manual, but you're literally all of them. Somebody tells you this, you're like, yeah, I'll master that. I'm on to the next sign. You're all 12, not just one.
The first thing you see in this picture. If the first thing you see is a mountain, then you are someone who always puts others before yourself. You are filled with care and affection for your friends and family, often considering their happiness and health. Despite this, you might occasionally feel lonely, sensing that no one provides the same level of support and care for you. However, this selfless quality is truly invaluable, even if you sometimes wish for more recognition and understanding. Your sincerity and kindness are priceless and deserve to be cherished and revered at every moment. If the first thing you see is an elephant, it indicates that you are a tenacious and independent person. You are always ready to help others, but when you need assistance, you opt to solve problems independently instead of seeking help. This isn't because you are proud or stubborn, but because you don't want those around you to worry about you, and you want them to see your strong side. This autonomy and independence are your strengths, but remember, it's okay to occasionally show your vulnerability and authenticity to others, which can deepen your relationships.
It's not if the sun explodes, it's a matter of when the sun explodes. It's over.
If you want to know who you're going to marry and how you will meet them, you need to be looking at your 7th house placement in your natal chart. Your 7th house rules marriage and long-term partnerships. So I'm going to be explaining how to figure this out and going through each house, each possibility, so you can specifically know how you will meet your husband or wife and what they will be like. First, you're going to open up your birth chart and look to see what zodiac sign your 7th house placement is in. Then you're going to take the ruling planet for that zodiac sign, and you're going to find that planet on your birth chart and try to see what house that planet is in your birth chart. Here is a little cheat sheet if you want to screenshot this. So for example, if your 7th house is in the sign of Taurus, or if Taurus rules your 7th house, you are going to be looking for where Venus, the planet, is in your natal chart, what house Venus is in. Figuring out which house your 7th house ruler is in is going to tell you everything you need to know about who you're going to marry and how you will meet them. Now let's go through each house in order and let me know in the comments which house your 7th house ruler is in. If your 7th house ruler is in your 1st house, you will meet your spouse when you finally decide to be bold, take action, and put yourself out there. You may be the person going up to them at a bar and asking for their number instead of the other way around. You also might meet them when you start to work on yourself or you start a new project or a new beginning. If your 7th house ruler is in your 2nd house, you could be meeting your spouse at a bank or something to do with finance. Any event that has to do with money or money-making deals. You could also be meeting them at a restaurant or cooking together in some way. This could also mean that your spouse just makes a lot of money and they share the same values as you, especially when it comes to money. If your 7th house ruler is in your 3rd house, your spouse could be someone that lives really close to you in the same neighborhood, same college town, or even high school. This maybe could be someone that you've met through your siblings or your family, your extended family, and they might have graduated with a communications degree or studying a communications major. If your 7th house ruler is in your 4th house, your spouse could be someone that works in real estate. They could be someone that has some connection to your family or shares the same family goals. If your 7th house ruler is in your 5th house, you might meet at a party or some type of entertainment event. This could be a concert or a sporting event. The 5th house also rules hookups, so maybe you went home with them the first night you met them. The 5th house also rules children, so maybe you met them at a really, really young age. If your 7th house ruler is in your 7th house, your spouse might be someone that you were enemies with first or that you disliked. You might meet them at some social event or business event. 7th house ruler in the 8th house. So similar to the 5th house, the 8th house rules SEX. So you might meet your spouse through that, or maybe they're in that industry, or again, you might hook up with them the same night you meet them. 8th house also rules other people's money and inheritance. So your 8th house spouse might be a trust fund baby and come from a very wealthy family. They might also be into the occult or spiritual practices. If your 7th house ruler is in your 10th house, you might meet your spouse in a very public way, a public area, or through social media. This person might be an influencer, a celebrity, or someone that's just very popular. This person is also very career driven, so you might meet them when you're pursuing your career, or they could be in the same career as you. If your 7th house ruler is in your 11th house, your spouse might be someone who helps you achieve many goals in life. You could meet them through a networking event, social media, or mutual friends. This could be a friends to lovers sort of deal, and this person will make your dreams come true. If your 7th house ruler is in your 12th house, you might meet your spouse in a very unconventional way. You can meet them through spirituality or the occult. You might meet them at a hospital, or they might have come into your dreams before meeting them. This is potentially a very, very spiritual connection, a soul tie. You also might meet them in a foreign country when you travel, or they might be someone that enters your life at your lowest point in your life and brings you out of it. If you guys have any questions or you want me to explain what each planet means in the 7th house, leave me a comment down below. Love you guys.
Alright guys, so this, let me zoom in. This is not snow one bit. Like it barely even melts when it's touching my hand. You know, and it's like little pellets. Not one bit of snow.
This mama duck asked a guy to save her ducklings who were trapped in a drain. I'm Simone, and this is your Minute of Happy. Rocco spotted a mama duck frantically running around a drain. He looked inside and spotted 8 tiny ducklings. Rocco lifted the cover of the drain and stepped inside. He saw that all the little ducklings were huddled together and were making tons of noise. Using a large net, Rocco tried to scoop up the ducklings. At first, they ran straight in, which made things easier, but it still took Rocco a few minutes to get everyone in and keep them from jumping out. Once he got a hold of all the little ducklings, Rocco lifted them out of the drain to return to mom. The mama duck instantly took charge, guiding Rocco across the road, making it clear she wanted him to bring her babies to the other side. She ran at top speed, but still kept an eye on the ducklings too. Once they were safely across the street, Rocco returned the baby ducks to their mom, and the family was reunited at last.
The word soul and you have the word spirit. People mistranslate both of them into one. Because when you ask people what's the difference between a soul and a spirit, they can't answer the question a lot of the times. Because they think they're both the same thing, but they're not. Everything on the planet has a spirit. So trees have spirits, animals have spirits. Everything has a spirit because it's dealing with vibration. But not everything has a soul. And a soul is, remember when I talked about that ignition and kicking off your solar plexus? To make you connect with the higher realms and the, do you know what I mean? Like the 9 ether. So with the soul now, you can have emotions and you can dance and you can do things that, like I said, a tree is alive, but it doesn't have like emotions.
Ah, oh my God, please, what do you think about that? Do you really think that trees have spirit? Please reveal that. And in some places, some good vibes guy, it's like they went fishing and they have some creepy looking type of bait here. Oh, so this one might really fool some fish inside the water, is it? And they might wonder what's happening here. This looks kinda creepy and suspicious. Oh, and they'd be really surprised wondering what type of guy is this that is working on the water. And it's not normal at all for this type of guys, like lizards, like you say. Oh my God. To those that have gone to fishing and that kind of expenditure or having fun, do you mean you can fish using lizards or stuff like this? Oh my God.
To gather information, your hair, one of the main functions of your hair is to gather information. It's like a 6th sense. It's like a 4th pair of eyes. You got your 2 eyes, you got your 3rd eye, and then you got your 4th eye, and that is your hair. By cutting off your hair, you'll be less sensitive to subtle stimuli, and the more hair you have, the better your ability to connect with your immediate environment. Like I said before, your hair is like antennas, and anything alive is producing magnetism of some kind. It's producing some type of holographic energy, and your hair it's like a radar. It allows you to connect with anything that is producing energy. When you cut your hair off, what happens? You basically isolate yourself from the whole world, and you just become numbed out. Humans were masters of the planet. They were supposed to be connected to everything, just like in the Avatar movie. They had a complete balance with their surroundings. This video is just a quick breakdown on hair, basically. The more hair you have, the more power your nervous system will be able to generate. The more hair you have, the stronger your aura's ability to attract certain things to you. If you're looking for love, if you're looking for companionship, the best thing for you to do is to grow your hair long, to have a magnetic center on top of your head. When you shave your hair off, or the less energy you have up there, your hair, the less your ability to attract.
Is that why animals are always full of good vibes?
I went down a rabbit hole that satisfied me in ways I never thought it would. And now I know something I never thought I would know, but I really encourage everyone to go and Google it.
What was said rabbit hole?
Have you ever Googled what a pigeon's nest looks like? A pigeon.
Actually, yeah. Every second Saturday, I Google that, Laura. Why would I have Googled what a pigeon's nest is? No.
Okay, because pigeons are particularly poor at building nests, and the level of effort that they put into taking care of their home and raising their little egg child is truly hilarious. They'll just lay an egg anywhere. They'll go and get one single fucking stick and lay it next to their egg, and they'll be like, job done. Look at this shit. It's so funny. If you've ever felt bad at your job, if you've ever questioned or had like imposter syndrome and thought, maybe I'm not equipped for this, Google pigeon nest and it will make you, look at that one. The pigeon put a stick and an egg on a bed. Look at this pigeon, it laid an egg under a car. Like, it's so funny.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that, man.
A tiger and a lion versus a grizzly bear and a polar bear. I think we all know where this is going. The polar bear by itself slams so hard. Adding a grizzly is just a disservice to the cats, I'm being honest. You want to keep it 100, they have such a thick layer of fat. I don't even know if the cat's teeth can get through them to cause any lethal damage. Cats might be more agile and they might be faster, but the bears are just have so much layers to them. Like, they're way more durable. They are bigger, for one. A paw swipe, just a swipe of their paw is gonna send their heads to a different postal code. On top of that, they just outclass the cats in strength. It's not even funny. Like, the cats would have to get extremely lucky. It's not even fair. They'd have to get so lucky just to be able to hurt one of the bears. Like, the strongest one on the cat's team is the tiger. And the tiger is gonna do really, like, little to nothing to a bear. So yeah, the bears win. They slam like low diff, if anything.
Huh. Oh my god, huh? What is that?
This is a fermented ginger bug.
A fantastic starter ferment, as it's just so easy. Just ginger, unrefined sugar and filtered water. And I'll be using this as a probiotic starter to inoculate ginger beer and other wild sodas to guarantee they ferment well. The skin of the ginger contains beneficial bacteria and wild yeasts, and mixing the root with water and sugar as a food source for the yeast and bacteria will create a bubbly, probiotic-rich starter which will carry out the fermentation process. Take the food source and then emit carbon dioxide, which creates the bubbles, which I'll be using to make all those wild sodas, which I'll be sharing with you soon.
Oh my god, that's interesting.
Have you guys seen what Saudi Arabia looks like this month, y'all? Check this out. So as of May 2nd, 2023, this is what it looked like. You see it's about to turn green? Well, this is what it looks like now. Look at this, y'all. There is literally green everywhere, y'all. Look at this. Check this out, y'all. You know what this means?
This is what Mecca looked like just 2 weeks ago. Look at it. Dry as a desert. And this is what Mecca looks like right now. Literally as green as a garden. And as we know, one of the signs of the Day of Judgment is that the land of Arabia will go back to being gardens and rivers.
So it looks like Saudi Arabia has kept its end of the bargain and it is now flourishing. What does this mean, y'all? Well, we're gonna have to see. You see all these weather anomalies happening around the world? This is literally a form of judgment. Because we know God is nature. And who is leading the pack? Nature. They want to tell you it's these, these Project Blue Beams and all these things that's going on, but this is literally nature taking back its course. Nature is coming back alive. And I say this all the time, y'all. If they really had control over what's going on, why aren't they stopping? I mean, they want to continue running the world, right? Why are they going underground? left? Why are they hiding in the bunkers? You gotta think about this, you feel me? They know the system is over. They have no power anymore, no control. They never had it. It was an illusion. We were the one that's doing this. We were the one that was creating this. And they were programming us through TV, making us create the reality. But now the shift is here. Our eyes are open. The world is awake as well. The heart is back and things are jumping. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Are we going into judgment? Are we not going into judgment? What do you see? What's happening to you? How are you feeling in this situation? Always checking with yourself, y'all. You got to make sure you guys are doing great. So let us know down in the comments below, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level on these topics. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Oh, good people of Earth. You see, well, if that is true, then it is incredible, interesting, fascinating, all that. You see, thanks for watching up to this part, lovely. So, big up to yourself, man. Big up to all the guys that have been leaving some comments there. Tam Tam, Hatches, Susan Hatches, well, some few guys. Big up to yourself, man. If you've been leaving a comment there, much love to you. Even Divine Sunshine, and some people there, good vibes fam. Much love to yourself, people. You see, though these videos that has passed, it is evident and clear that people live and believe differently from all over this world. You see, when people have different beliefs, but you see what we believe in. Before the so-called rapture happens, why don't we love one another? You see, it wouldn't cost us anything. Me loving you, you loving me, or the person next to you, sharing good vibes, unconditional love, respect, forgiveness, unity, all that. You can have a world full of love and good vibes, you see. And even if, let's say, there is something like the rapture when it happens, we shall all be raptured once. We go once like a group of people, good vibes people. What do you think, man? Watch till the end and leave some comments there. You're loved and respected. Let's keep watching.
Most people think soda tabs have this hole so you can turn it around and stick a straw through it. This prevents the straw from bobbing around, keeping it in place. And while this is a pretty handy trick, it isn't the actual reason for this hole. You see, the original soda tabs had a hole big enough to stick your finger through. And this was because in the original design, you literally had to peel and pull the can open. Now, when soda companies switched to this new design, they kept the hole as a relic from the older tabs, and also because it saves on aluminum.
Well, okay. That's interesting, man.
Wake the fuck up, people. Here is a map of Hawaiian Maui. Looks like a giant human converted to stone and sleep. Now look at this. Pineal gland or third eye was on fire. The heart chakra location was on fire. Also here is human main energy chakra maps. Check the location of chakras and compare with Maui Hawaiian map here. Also, Maui is one of the
Wonderful people of Earth. What do you think?
The sea couldn't stop Moses. A giant couldn't stop David. And not even death could stop Jesus. Nothing can stop you with God by your side.
My wife's father, when he was late in his 90s, we'd have dinner and sometimes we'd ask him, hey, have you ever thought about, the other side, swimming in the ocean of infinity, so to speak? And he'd just laugh and say, ha, 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 you know me, I'm a devout agnostic, I don't think about those things. So anyway, we dropped the subject. Okay, so now the years goes by, and now he's 104, and he's in this hospital, and he's sleeping, and he has not been responding. And my wife is there with a couple of friends when I went to visit, and I just said, I looked at him, and I just kind of spoke to him like normal, even though he was asleep. And I said, "Oh, so Dr. J, have you ever thought of going to the other side, or maybe you're thinking about it now?" And then my wife said, "No, wait, hold it. He doesn't hear. He can't listen. He hasn't been responding at all." But I just kept talking. "So maybe you're swimming in the ocean of infinity and seeing your wife there and all that." And all of a sudden his eyes popped open and he sat up. "Yes, yes." And my wife was just totally shocked. "Hey, he can't understand anything. He doesn't know who's talking." And I said, "Dr. J, do you know who's talking?" And he says, "Of course I do. She's my daughter." And so, "You are swimming in the ocean of infinity?" "Yes, yes." And then he lay back down, closed his eyes, and then he wouldn't respond to anybody. But from then on, I knew he'd be okay. It's not over till it's over.
Oh, I saved that video months ago and I just never made a video with it. And then I found it in my drafts and I was like, I am obsessed with this. The ocean of infinity. The ocean of infinity. I don't know. There's something about that gets me. I'm so into that idea. And I love that guy. Go check him out. He's so amazing.
Do you think I'll say that good?
There are 7 billion people in the world. So when one of them behaves badly toward you, he's actually doing you a great favor because he's saving you time. He's telling you that he's not worth your while. He's freeing you to say thank you for the information and will now move on to the 6,999,999,999 other people, some of whom may have some value.
Oh, you are a lovely soul, man. Big up to us.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but that kind of looks like a pyramid to me, right? Kind of looks like a pyramid shape with a little temple thing at top, like a Chichen Itza. That was pretty cool. And there's this,
Oh, what is happening there? What do you think? And in some place, good vibes guy found some fish somewhere, and this snake is returning the fish in the water, And this looks like some pretty big fish. Oh my god. Is this a shark or what type of fish is this? Oh, you see, I don't know about much about fish and different types of fish. But this one looks pretty big and oh my god, I'd like to know what type of fish is this. Where can you find such fish? In saltwater places or fresh water? I'd like to know, man. But it looks like some good vibes fish. It can carry someone. This one, the way it is big. Oh my god. And some scary video. What's happening here? Oh my god. You see, this is really creepy. And this looks like some famous guy, some president that we know. And some other also looks like some famous guy came and was taking the dog. Why did he do that? What was the need of doing that? It's like he went to bed and stood again. That is creepy. Oh my god. And some two good vibes people here, they met each other. You see, these are people from different places and they are readers, you see. And this time they interacted. Let's see what's happening here. What happened? What is that thing that the other good vibes guy was holding? Some coin or something like that? I'd like to know. Please share your thoughts on this, man. Big up to all guys. By the way, Josie, how are you doing? I hope you get to